fight was getting mentioned, talked about, and signed, I just felt like he just did a lot of fake stuff and said a lot of stuff that a person that you claim that you're cool with, you would never say. So that was my big issue with him. I just know, character take you along.
With Floyd Mayweather's recent controversies making headlines, Terence Crawford has finally broken his silence about what truly went wrong between him and the boxing legend and why Mayweather keeps taking shots at him. In a recent interview, Crawford revealed that Floyd's strange behavior toward him actually started shortly before his iconic victory over Canelo Alvarez.
Using what he got to shield. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah,
but like his core personality and his.
He used to reach out before my fights, always showing support and wishing me luck, but this time, I didn't hear a word from him. People close to him started telling me that he wasn't a fan of the matchup and that he actually didn't want me to win. I tried not to let it bother me at first, but when I saw how he reacted in an interview when asked about the fight, that's when I knew something was off.
Hey Floyd, what do you think about the fight? Compromise Rob says it's gonna be a good fight. Think the winner should get Canelo?
Sir. This ain't about them right now.
Crawford also revealed that it was Floyd who leaked information about the injuries he sustained during training camp.
No, not at all. No. I don't know when did I ever win in a fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he was also the one who told everyone about my injuries. I later found out he was the one who leaked that. Of course, before the fight, I wasn't about to admit anything like that. I just went in, did my job, and became champion. Then I saw his bet he put money on me and I couldn't help but wonder why he'd do that but never reach out or say anything. Still, I kept quiet, because I'm not the type to speak on things before they're out there. According to Crawford, he chose to ignore Floyd until Mayweather started calling him out, challenging him to a fight to prove who the real GOAT is. I don't understand where the jealousy comes from, Crawford said. I've only ever been a good friend and a fan of his.
I had disliked a lot of things that he was saying, and how he was acting, being that, me, I'm a real individual. I just felt like, we was all cool at one point in time.
Why call me out then? Crawford questioned, addressing Floyd's recent comments. He went on to reveal that he wasn't even at 100% heading into the Canelo Alvarez fight, which makes his victory all the more impressive. Crawford defeated Canelo by unanimous decision to become the undisputed champion at 168 pounds, making history as the first male boxer to achieve undisputed status in 3 different weight divisions, 140, 147, and 154. Before the fight, rumors began circulating, reportedly started by Floyd Mayweather, claiming that Crawford was dealing with a shoulder injury that had flared up during training camp. Crawford later addressed those rumors, firmly denying that he was suffering from any such injury.
My elbows is hurting, my hands, my wrists, my neck, things like that. You gotta listen to your body and just say, all right, decompress. I'm gonna just chill out and let my body just do what it do. I know you had a great camp, but brother, you finna be 38. Soon, like in a day.
Damn, word from a close source says Terence Crawford's surgically repaired shoulder has been flaring up during camp. Apparently, it's been a lingering issue for the past 8 to 10 weeks, and his team is keeping a close eye on it.
If I take Floyd Mayweather in his absolute prime, and I take Manny Pacquiao in his absolute prime,
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd still beats him.
Floyd beat everybody.
You don't believe there's a guy at 140, 147 in the history of boxing that could have beat Floyd in his prime?
They be tough. Floyd, man, that boy, that's the GOAT, man. That boy bad.
What makes it? Because I told people to say, look at Floyd. I said, Floyd, it's not that he trains. It's his life, and from the very beginning, he said, I want to be the best.
When I fought Canelo, I was 36, and Canelo was 23, around the same age. Some of these guys won world titles and was undisputed champion. I think the Tank age, the young little champions.
Mm-hmm.
Canelo was 23 with 43 fights and 30 knockouts.
Where did I even get a shoulder injury from? I don't know, people just make things up, Crawford said. They're out here saying, Terence Crawford's got a shoulder injury, or Crawford's out of shape, or Crawford's getting slow. They come up with all kinds of stuff. Looking back, it's clear Crawford was never going to admit to any physical setbacks before the fight. Revealing such information would have only given Canelo's camp an advantage.
There's rumors you've got a shoulder injury. Do you have a shoulder injury? Is that rubbish?
Where I got a shoulder injury?
think people coming up with their own, antics. Terence Crawford got a shoulder injury. Terence Crawford got shade. Terence Crawford slow. Terence Crawford. Yeah, they coming up with all.
However, when asked about his condition heading into the fight, Bud admitted to Andre Ward that he wasn't at full strength. "I wasn't 100%, Crawford said. "I had a lot going on in camp. I was dealing with some injuries, too. You're never really going to go through a whole camp and come out completely healthy. A lot of people keep asking how I felt, but honestly, I had a lot on my plate. This fight, the last fight, even the one before that, I was dealing with injuries each time. That's just part of the game."
Here too, couple days, right? How was that last camp you just had? It was great. I know it was great. Well, did you feel different at 37? A little bit. Yeah. You had no bumps and bruises? Man, we always got bumps and bruises. I'm saying bumps and bruises at 37. And I had bumps and bruises at 27. You know what I mean?
The revelation that Terence Crawford wasn't at 100% only amplifies the magnitude of his victory. His first major obstacle was the enormous challenge of moving up 2 weight classes to face the reigning undisputed champion. On top of that, a shoulder injury can severely impact a fighter's ability to generate power, sustain a high punch output, and maintain a solid defensive guard. Yet, Crawford delivered a masterclass performance neutralizing Canelo's signature body attack, outlanding him consistently, and masking any potential weakness in his shoulder. The way he executed such a flawless game plan under those conditions is a testament to his mental toughness and championship composure.
Are you worried the difference in power? You moved up and you're at your natural weight?
Of course. Power is definitely going to come with it. So that's not any worries that I ever had.
Terence, what excites you the most about this challenge on Saturday night?
Shutting everybody up.
And what does this feel like to you, Terence? We normally don't come in an arena and see you booed the way that you were today. How excited are you to shut everybody up?
Hey man, it happened.
Crawford's victory effectively silenced critics who tried to downplay the win by claiming Canelo was past his prime or simply had an off night, especially after Canelo later revealed that he would be undergoing shoulder surgery following the loss. Interestingly, Canelo himself was also reportedly dealing with an injury during the fight, making the bout a true test of resilience for both champions. News of the Mexican star's upcoming elbow surgery has reignited debate over whether the injury truly influenced the outcome of the fight or if it's merely an excuse to soften the blow of a legitimate defeat. For many, this loss stands out as the most painful of Canelo's career, not only because of where he is at this stage professionally, but also because of everything that was on the line that night.
Between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence Bud Crawford.
No, I think Crawford is
According to recent reports, Canelo Alvarez is set to undergo surgery to repair an elbow injury that will sideline him for 5 to 6 months. The recovery period will temporarily halt his fight schedule, despite his ongoing commitments under the Riyadh season contract, which includes at least 2 more bouts. This isn't the first time the Mexican superstar has battled physical setbacks following his trilogy with Gennady Golovkin. Canelo underwent wrist surgery before making his 2023 return to reaffirm his status as one of boxing's greatest icons.
How did that feel to hear that from someone like him?
I just was like, well, it's his personal opinion. He was in the ring with both of us, so a lot of people, they can say what they want, but he's actually been in the ring with both of us. One where he felt like he was at the back.
Terence Crawford's victory was nothing short of dominant, as he controlled most of the fight at Allegiant Stadium and solidified his position as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world today. However, news of Canelo's upcoming surgery has prompted some fans to question the outcome. Many pointed to the Mexican star's limited punch output, suggesting his elbow discomfort may have been the reason. Comments quickly surfaced across social media, with fans saying things like, "Well, that explains why he wasn't throwing many punches." Others, however, argue that Crawford's performance was clean and decisive, and that blaming the injury only diminishes what was a near-perfect showing from Bud.
When you look at these fights, especially coming up, you gotta be realistic. You gotta, say, all right, how big is this dude really get? Because David Benavidez, he can fight his ass off. Me personally, I believe that.
Crawford against Mayweather, right? How do you think a fight between both of them turn out?
If Mayweather gets hit with Crawford like I hit him and rocked, it might not end well for Mayweather. It might be over with. But Mayweather could outbox Crawford, I think, because Crawford has the mindset that I'm trying to knock you out, and Mayweather knows how to play to that I'm trying to knock you out type of thing, because he's used to people coming at him trying to hit him hard all the time.
The big question now is how Canelo will perform once he returns from surgery. Some believe he should take a tune-up fight before stepping back in with another elite opponent, while others think that after so many years competing at the highest level, it might be time for him to consider retirement. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford is enjoying life at the top of the mountain. His victory over Alvarez not only cemented his status as a true benchmark in the sport, but also reignited the conversation about just how far his legacy can go.
How do you beat Floyd? Since nobody's been able to crack that code.
You think I would tell you?
He ain't fighting anymore. So that fight ain't gonna happen.